I want to thank God for today and everything He's done, and thank God for loving me and always being with me, even though when I used to be a heathen. I mean, He was there, and I want to thank Him for keeping me through the things that I've been through, and always loving me. And I want to thank God that I can love Him now and have that relationship with Him. Today I'm going to be in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, starting at verse 9. It says, "For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry." And what that husbandry means is cooperation with God. You are God's building. According to the grace of God which is given unto me as a wise master builder. I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For other foundations can no man lay that this is laid which is Jesus Christ. Now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, or stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, and he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. He's been dealing with me on foundation. And I got to thinking about Noah when he started building the ark. He had to put the foundation first, and then he started building the rest of the ark. But as he was doing that, he was waiting upon the Lord to give him the measurements and what he needed to do, and how many animals needed to be in there, and all that to make it a good boat or ship, whatever you want to call it. Because if Noah hadn't listened to God, and he just started throwing it here and there and everywhere, it wouldn't have fit the animals. And then when the rain started, it would have sunk. And we have a choice in which foundation we want to build on. We got the worldly foundation, or we got God foundation. And we've got that choice which one we want to build on. He's not going to make you follow him if that's not what you want to do. In 1 Timothy 6:19 it says, "Laying up in the store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life." There's things coming, and we're going to have to be solid in that foundation. Because if not, I don't care what anybody says, if you're not, it's going to tear you down. It's going to tear you down. I mean, we've got to start building good on the good foundation of Christ. Because that's where our hope is going to come from when things start coming. And it's going to get harder. I'm not going to tell you it's going to get easier, because it's not. It's going to get harder. And if we fail now in the easy things, then what's going to happen when it gets harder on us? We've got to be sturdy. Whether the wind blows or what, we're standing sturdy. And whenever I think of that, I think of them at the, well, yep. I thought about the soldiers that stands where Queen Elizabeth is. Where's that at? There we go. I couldn't think of that word for some reason. Memory loss, I guess. But anyway, when they stand there, and I've read articles of the summer when it was so hot, and they have to wear all this headgear, all this stuff on them, and you know it has to be hot because they ain't got short sleeves on. They got long sleeves on. This thing got fuzz all over its hat, and they had to stand there and not move. And they was passing out, but yet they didn't move. I mean, it sounds funny, but it's not funny because that's the way we're going to have to become. We're going to have to stand and not move or falter or fall over or, you know, we've got to, because the things that's coming is going to try us. It's going to try to push you over. It's going to try to scare you. It's going to try to do everything it can to pull you from God's hand. And you have that choice, whether you're going to stay in His hand or you're going to let it pull you plumb out. We need to stay in His Word. That helps build. And fasting and praying. It helps us build our faith, and we got to build our oil up. We've got to build this oil up to where it's overflowing, to when times come, we've got enough oil to do us until He comes and gets us. Because we won't be able to borrow or buy oil to last us. It's not going to happen. Timothy 2 Timothy 2:19 says, "Nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are His. And let every one that nameth the name of Christ depart from iniquity." We've got to get worldly stuff out of us, because you're not going to take it with you to begin with. When you pass away, you're not taking it with you. It's going to burn. It's going to stay here. We need to get a personal relationship with Jesus. A personal relationship. We can't say, "Oh, I'm a Christian," and that be it. We've got to build on that foundation and get a personal relationship with Jesus Christ to be able to withstand what's coming and what we have to go through. I know things has been hard, times has been hard. I mean, I've been right there with you, and it's been almost a year that Gary Shelton's been gone. Without a relationship with Jesus, I would not made it. I would have not made it. And things I go through now, I would not make it without Him. And nobody can. I mean, you choose whether you want to be with Him or not, but you cannot make it without Jesus Christ. You cannot. I watch people that don't have Him, and it makes me sad. Because you know they're miserable, but they're trying to present themselves as they're not miserable, but you know that they are miserable. And some don't know who Jesus Christ even is, because they never was taught who Jesus Christ was. And then there was some that was taught to live different than what you're supposed to, that you can do whatever you want to and you're okay. As long as you go to church on Sunday and say, Lord, forgive me, you'll be okay. That's not right. That's not right. And I found that out because I was taught you could do whatever you wanted to. You can't. But whenever I surrendered and got a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, I knew the difference. I knew the love. I know the peace. I know the love. I know the peace. And I know the contentment. There is no person out here that would give me that. None. And I don't go out and look for that. All I want is a closer walk with Him. With Him. Because I know He's the only thing that I need in this life. He's the only thing I need. So when we build on Christ, don't waver to and fro or see things in the world that you want, because there ain't nothing worth wanting in this world. Nothing. I've never been a material person anyway. But still, I don't see nothing now that I would even want to trade Jesus for, because there's nothing but sadness, heartache, and the way the world's turned anymore, it's just nasty. I wouldn't want to trade nothing, Jesus, for nothing of that. So you can decide today where you want to build, which foundation you want to build on. I pray you choose Jesus, because He is the hope and the peace and the love, long-suffering, the contentment. Everything that I need is in Him. Everything. And I'm happy. I'm not happy that Gary passed away. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I am very happy, because Jesus has stepped up in Gary's spot. And He takes care of everything I need. He takes care of everything I need. I'm not in a want for nothing. Because He takes care of me. And that's the way it is. Whenever your spouse or whatever passes away, He steps up and He becomes all that you need. And I want to thank God for that today. Because from the time I was little till I surrendered to God, I didn't have everything I needed. I was a very sad child. Very sad child. I was never happy. I was always nervous. I was always, not good enough for people. Not good enough. But since I laid my life down to Him on this altar, and I surrendered it all to Him, I am worthy. I am somebody. I'm not nervous no more. I am loved. Amen. Unconditionally. Amen. And like Amy was saying last night, I don't have to perform for nobody. Whether you like me or not, I don't really care. I don't. As long as Jesus Christ loves me, that's all that matters to me. I mean, yeah, I want people to like me, but if you don't, then I will. As long as Jesus does and my Father does, that's all that matters to me anymore. Used to, I tried to perform to get people to like me, just to like me from my childhood, from what I had to go through, to try to do whatever I had to, whether it go their way and do what they done, to whatever I had to do. I done that. Just so they would like me. But all in all, they didn't like me. They didn't like me at all. And that wasn't helping them. That wasn't helping me for them to like me. But I can tell you there's one that you don't have to perform for. You don't have to look good for. If I want to weigh 500 pounds, I will. He'll still love me. I don't want to weigh that, but anyway. No. But He will love me. It don't matter what I look like, what I do. He loves me, and he loves you. He loves you. It don't matter. Don't try to perform for him. You don't have to. Just give your whole heart to him. That's all we got to do. And follow him. And build on that solid foundation of Christ. If y'all want to find you a place to pray.